Alright, welcome back Silverhawks to Real Hawk Real Talk. My name is Gianpietro Pirandello, and today I am joined by
Ethan Tipton.
Avery Shonen.
And today we will be discussing movie reviews. Avery, can you explain what we'll be doing?
So today we're going to have a bracket of top 5 movies in our own opinion, 5 being pretty good, and number 1 being our greatest in our opinion. Would you like to start us off?
Alright, my number 5, I'm going to start with a comedy movie actually. I think I'm going to go Grown Ups. Let me explain why. Great list of comedians, just overall laughs.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think a good comedy movie to start the list is perfect.
I mean,
Yeah.
I agree with
I'd
that.
say it's even all around. I'm gonna start our number 5 with a war movie, a military movie. I'm gonna go with Fury.
Wow, okay. That's a hot take, but I think that's a good take.
I think there's a lot of options for a 5th when it comes to a bunch of military movies, and there's a lot of good stuff. But personally, I think Fury's a really good movie.
You know what? I agree with that. Mine's also a war movie for my top 5, and mine's Hacksaw Ridge with Andrew Garfield. A great true story, and I don't know. I watched it the other couple months back, and it was a great movie.
Okay.
I like it. Alright, how about you start with 4 now?
You want me to start with my 4? Ooh, I'm gonna have to look back at my archive real quick because I was not prepared. Let's see.
Gotta come prepared.
Sorry, guys.
That's alright, I'll go ahead and say my number 4. I think my number 4 is Rocky.
Rocky.
That's a good
I
one.
just feel like
Interesting from comedy.
Rocky has so much history. You know, you think of boxing, half the time people think of boxing, they don't even think of real boxers, they think of Rocky. It's an American story. It's great. Everyone knows Rocky. There's a statue of Rocky in Philadelphia. It's just part of history.
I agree with that. I do like
good.
Sylvester Stallone a lot. Have you ever watched his TV show Tulsa King?
I watched like the first episode.
It's pretty good. I
I've
gotta
seen clips
say.
of it on TikTok.
It's pretty good.
Rocky's good though. That's a
Alright.
classic for sure.
I named my dog Rocky.
Really.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
dog is Rocky. For number 4, I'm gonna have a romance movie. I'm gonna do The Notebook.
Class.
With Ryan Gosling.
That's class.
Well, that's it. That is a good one, boys. I think I'm gonna have to go with my number 4, being Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks.
That
A
is good.
beautiful movie. That's one of my favorites.
That is a good. I need to rewatch it. I haven't watched it in a while.
Oh, it's great. Oh,
I
it really
know
is.
it is. Alright, with my number 3, I'm gonna go Fight Club, starring
Okay.
Brad Pitt. I just think it's a movie that makes you think, and I like that.
Got 2
That's
Brad
a
Pitt
good one.
movies so far. You got Fury and then Fight Club.
Yeah.
That's interesting. You're going for 2 boxing.
But he likes it, I guess.
It's not really boxing though. Not really.
What's it about then?
You haven't watched Fight Club?
I
Gotta
haven't.
explain it,
I'm
gotta
assuming
explain it.
from the name it's boxing.
What's the
No,
first
it's
rule
not
of Fight
boxing.
Club, Ethan?
First rule of Fight Club? You don't know the first rule of Fight Club?
I don't know the first
So
rule of Fight Club.
basically, I'm gonna do this quick. So this guy, he's kind of like, he has insomnia, so he can't sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and he starts imagining like another version of himself, kinda, and then it's really hard to explain because it's just so weird.
Hmm.
And then they start an underground fight club. Then they try
Okay.
and take over the world, kinda. But he
Interesting.
doesn't know that it's actually just him.
Dreaming.
No, no, it's.
Oh, it's just him.
I don't want to ruin it for you. You gotta just
Okay,
watch it.
I'll watch it. So that's your number 3. I'm gonna have to go with my number 3 as a Harry Potter
Whoa.
movie.
Did we skip over my 4?
Did we skip over his 4?
No.
No.
What did I say? Oh, I said Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So my 3 is gonna be a Harry Potter movie. I'm gonna have to go with
Mm.
Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
guys. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like some Harry Potter movies for sure. What about you?
I do love me some Harry Potter.
It's a good one. I think my number 4 is another Tom Hanks movie.
Number
3.
Oh, number 3. I'm sorry, guys. My number 3, A Man Called Otto.
Hmm.
You ever watch that?
I've never
Never.
watched it.
It's a Tom Hanks movie, and it's like
Oh wait, maybe I have actually.
it's actually kind of sad. It's like, but it's a pretty good movie for sure.
I do like sad movies.
Hmm.
Alright, number 2. Is that what we're on?
Yeah.
Number
Indeed.
2. I've started first every time. One of you guys has to go now.
I'll say we reverse it. So Avery, you go first on this one.
All right, boys. Forrest Gump.
Forrest
my,
Gump,
My
okay.
number 2.
That's a good one.
It's
That's an
it's
original.
probably one of my favorite movies ever.
That is a really good one.
Ever. It's probably like one of the greatest ever.
Ever.
I'm saying
Ever.
it's a very good movie.
Okay.
Mm.
I think you guys aren't gonna expect this one out of me for number 2.
Mm.
I'm gonna say The Dark Knight.
Ooh.
We're getting into superhero movies now.
I was thinking that, but I don't know if it cracks my top 5.
That's a good one though.
That was a good one.
You know, some Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises. Who knows?
Wait, you got a specific?
Just The
specify.
Dark Knight.
Just the Dark Knight
The
with
classic.
the Joker.
Just-
Heath
yeah.
Ledger.
Okay.
Yeah, Heath Ledger,
It's
Yeah.
pretty good. That's all I gotta say.
That was pretty good.
Christian Bale.
My number 2. I'm gonna share the number 2 spot. I'm gonna put 2 movies in it
Oh,
because the names are similar and they're both a little older, and I don't think either of you have watched it. Well, maybe, but you
Let's hear
wouldn't
it.
know it. So, my first number 2, because these both need recognition, is It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Christmas movie.
Oh, I
made in
know that one. That's a good
1946.
one.
Huh?
I think I've heard of it.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
It's an amazing one. And then Life is Beautiful. It's another movie,
Hmm.
a little bit on the older side, I think, but
Mm.
it's basically like about. Actually, it's just like about like the Nazis. Not about the Nazis, but like it's kind of hard to. I'm not gonna explain movies, but you just gotta watch it. It's really sad.
A Beautiful Life.
Life is beautiful.
Life is beautiful.
And
Okay.
you know, It's a Wonderful Life. Life is beautiful. It's the
Mhm.
same.
So it's
that's
kinda
why
same
they shared it too.
concept, you know.
Not
Interesting.
really the same concept, but like the names are similar, so they gotta
Yeah.
share the number 2.
I understand.
Because I have to make space for my number 1. And since I just went, who wants to go with their number 1 first?
My number 1, Shawshank Redemption.
Mm.
My dad showed me that movie. Top, best movie there ever is. It's a great movie.
Great movie.
Oh, it's amazing.
Wonderful.
Wonderful Life.
I think you guys aren't gonna like my number 1,
Mm.
but you know this is just me. Have to go with Star Wars.
Oh.
And you know,
Which one?
see, it took me forever to decide this because there's so many. There's so many good ones out there, and a lot of people love the prequels more than the sequels. But I am personally more of a sequels type of guy. Just because the sequels were a bit earlier doesn't mean that they're any different. And the sequels also did have prime George Lucas, which is why I love it so much.
That
'Cause
is
it's
pretty
all
good.
more real. So I'm gonna have to say,
I think
Return
the
of the Jedi.
craftsmanship is pretty good on that too. You see how they made the movies,
mm-hmm,
like with all like the stop motion and all that.
That's
I think
George
that's,
Lucas.
Return of the Jedi?
Return of the Jedi.
I agree with that.
What makes you say Return of the Jedi?
It's classic. It's perfect. I don't think there's anything better. It's starting off Empire Strikes Back, which means Han Solo's frozen in carbonite. They're freeing him, and then right off the bat, you're in Jabba's palace. It's amazing.
You know,
You're seeing
I
a
agree.
fight with a Rancor and a Jedi in less than 30 minutes into the movie, and he's fighting with a bone. He doesn't have his lightsaber. He's fighting with a bone,
Yeah.
and then he gets imprisoned. They're gonna throw him into a Sarlacc pit where he's gonna slowly be digested for years. I mean, like,
that's
like-
a tough life, man.
yeah, but he fights out of it. He makes it out.
I think
It's
that-
crazy.
I think that
love
does
it.
take the cake for the number 1 Star Wars spot. Maybe not number
Yeah.
1 on my list, but
Before I say my number 1, just want to get out some honorable mentions to La La Land.
Mhm.
La La Land gets honorable mention.
50 First Dates with Adam Sandler.
That deserves one too.
good one.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 days.
The
I like
I'd
Social
say-
Contract. That's an honorable mention.
What were we talking about earlier?
What's some more
With
honorable mention?
I can't remember what it's called.
Mm.
I don't remember what it's called.
Was it an Adam Sandler movie?
No,
Oh,
it was a.
What kind of genre was it?
I think it was romance.
not La La
It's like
Land, not that.
how, no, wild something.
I don't know.
Wildcats?
That's a good show. If we were getting
Okay,
into
let's
kids shows,
go with your. Go with
I'm
your
just
top
gonna go
one.
with my
Yeah,
number
what kind?
1. Honestly, I'm not really sure why this is my number 1. I don't think it's a great number 1, but nonetheless, it is a number 1. I'm just gonna have to go with the classic Titanic. You know,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
great movie,
I understand.
good ending. Even though arguably there was space.
There
not
was space on the door, but
But just the story, how it
Rose.
involves history and adds its little twist on it is spectacular.
I agree with that.
And that's all for the show. Thanks for tuning in.
We'll see ya.